It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it comes your way next.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Jacksonville. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it once more with ETN. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Once again, it's ETN. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. That's out quickly, and it is caught. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. The veteran Robert Woods goes back to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
Now he takes off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. This one complete to Jordan. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Schultz is the motion man. They'll run here with Mixon. Powering forward. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jags offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. A throw left side, taken in by Thomas. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. Woo. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll try to run for it. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a 1st down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. To the right side, and Kurt's got it. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Now a screen set up for Etienne. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, it's Damian Pierce. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense about ready to get going on their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so he'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Stroud. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
1st and 10. Stroud. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. We are through one. It's the Texans who have the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Mixon. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Schultz is the motion man. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the give, this is Mixon. And he'll take this one forward for about 3 And that's a first down. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be second down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now, Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get, and he's in! C.J. Stroud, touchdown Texans. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Etienne. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. And not wanting to take on any contact, he's going to slide to a stop. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. A first down throw for Lawrence. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Christian Kirk, touchdown Jaguars. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are back within 4. It is 14-10. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Texans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. Dell left wide open. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down.
Automatic first down.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Foye Oluokun.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Jaguars offense and Christian Kirk getting set for their next possession. They trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Lawrence now. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the give, it's ETN. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after 1st down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. 3rd and long. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. The Texans set to punt this one away. Back deep for Jacksonville, that's Devin Duvernay. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking free downfield, it's Kirk. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the 2nd time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Lawrence. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Stroud. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Diggs on the reception. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And he will score. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Houston. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Duvernay on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Pierce for the return. Whoa! And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Stroud. He's going to tuck it and go. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Now Stroud. Pass to the outside. He's got Diggs. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That one caught by Tank Dell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and
he's going to take this all the way home. Joe Mixon, touchdown Texans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run it once more with Etienne. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. A gain there of 15. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Man in motion here is Washington. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Second down and 3. Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
2nd and 7. First carry for the Auburn alum, Tank Bigsby. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now here's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this stays a 2-score game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go right back to Mixon. He is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Man in motion, it's Diggs. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It's a big-time run by Mixon, and even 30 yards.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and pick.
And he's got another one. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Duvernay on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Jacksonville.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
To the right side, and Kirk's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, ETN, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, it's ETN. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Back to throw, Lawrence. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He keeps it himself. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a give running left with Mixon. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Mixon. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's 3rd and 7. On the give, this is Mixon. Mixon has the 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. 1st down for Houston.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Give running right. It is Mixon. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. On the ground, it's Mixon. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Houston.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Texans. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jaguars 17.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Good coverage there by a good corner, Derek Stingley.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. And And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And a good return here. He is out of bounds, up past the 30.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination of the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
A tight end in motion now. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Stroud gonna set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. A run here with Mixon. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On third down, here's a run by Mixon. Mixon has the first down and more. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Now Mixon. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Here's Mixon. And he's into the end zone yet again. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans stretch things out even further.
49, Jaguars 17.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To throw is Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the two straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
First and 10. On the handoff, it's Mixon. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.